Ubuntu Incorporated. Hi, this is Zealot Naga, reporting after a long time of absence. I have just finished school, literally last week, and I moved home with my parents after just graduating basically from seminary, and I'm back in the game, which is exciting because I've been kind of away for a while. Labo, thanks for taking charge. Man, you've been great doing all this leadership stuff while I was gone. Also, I got to travel in Eastern Europe and Central Asia with my fiance. We're getting married in about 6 weeks, and you guys know her. She's Kitty Naga. She's wonderful. And I'm just trying to put my life back together. Just look at the mess I got going on in my room. Just stuff is just all over the place, and like big pile of junk and clothes and stuff like that. I need to clean it all up. And it's taking me a while because this is the first time in like 8 years where all my stuff is in one place, which is great. Anyway, we reopened the recruitment. I've been pushing code regularly for the last couple of weeks, so the website has been improving, and I'll talk to you later about what all that entails. We have a bunch of cool stuff rolling out soon. One of the things being the scholarship program, which is accessible right now under Portal. It's in beta. All the stuff is in beta. It still has bugs in it, but we'll work it out, and it'll be really smoothly working. The other thing I'll be working on is getting our communications together, so it's easier for Typhoon to create accounts for Ventrilo servers. So we'll hopefully try to get our entire population on Ventrilo this month, and we'll keep on growing. I think we'll grow about 50 members in the next coming week, couple of weeks or so. We're confident. I'm confident we can. We have a lot to offer to you guys, and we have a pretty slick system in place where they come in and they start growing and developing fast. But the main reason for this video cast is actually to talk about Typhoon. This is the one thing I've been struggling with for a while, for the last 4 months especially, but literally for quite a long time. And I'm thinking in terms of how do you structure a corporation in such a way that people can develop very quickly economically, support themselves with whatever they do, most time mission running, have fun while doing that, at the same time be good at PvP, so they can finance it and they can start participating in fighting and stuff, and so they don't get just owned by pirates. And actually we have gotten pretty good at that. In the last war, guys, it was amazing. It was the first war I've ever been in, and I've been in over 100 wars, when the pirates did not come into the system where we lived. They all stayed outside. That's huge. I think it shows just how well organized we are, and also how pussy those pirates were, because they actually looked like they were better than most of the people we fought in the past. But I mean, that just shows a ton, because they really weren't up to coming and fighting us on our turf. So this is great, and I think we should continue the same way. So this crazy Typhoon idea, what's that all about? So some history to all of you guys who don't know much about EVE and who are new. The easiest way to survive in EVE is to go the Kaldari route for PvE. You start with Kestrel, you go to Caracal, and then you go into Drake, and then you go into Raven. That's like game on the easy mode. It's guaranteed to succeed. It works just fine. It's not the best moneymaker out there, but anybody can do it. It's the minimal amount of training, and it's basically the fastest way to, as a noob, to get to where your pockets are full and you can just basically do whatever you want, which is great. And so we've been using that system for years. I was running an alliance in Valor where we recruited people and trained them this way, and it worked great. There's a couple problems with it. First of all, the pure Kaldari route usually means that the person is really limited in their PvP choices, and most of them have to retrain into something else. Second, gunships are actually better in the long run. They do more damage at longer ranges than the missile boats. At least the ranges that matters. 60 km is the sweet spot for level 4 missions. So people who heavily specialize into missiles always had to retrain afterwards and ended up abandoning the Kaldari route. And the other thing, of course, shield tanking was a problem because you had to specialize in it, but then it's not really useful in PvP, especially active shield tanking. Active shield tanking is actually a waste in PvP. You almost never see ships that do that unless you have like 2 billion in implants, sapphire implants or whatever that increase your shield recharge amount erratically, like twice. So if you don't have those implants, the shield tanking, active shield tanking, is just a waste of time. Another thing is that the weakness to EM and thermal damage, which is the most common damage from the enemies we fight, NPC enemies we fight in our sector. We live in our empire. Almost everything shoots EM and thermal, and you need to be able to tank that well. Raven was really nice because it was one of the few ships that was easy to permatank. Permatank, it means you just turn on the defense mods and it just runs by itself. You don't even have to worry about it. And it's not the best tank in the world, but combined with the DPS of Raven, it could solo just about any level 4 mission with little trouble and minimal training. So I was thinking about all those things and was trying to figure out what to advise to Kitty, my fiance, because she's a new player. You know, I can't be like, oh yeah, just get a Marauder and you'll have no problem. You know, new players cannot do that. You need to think like they do. So how do you get the fastest up on your feet economically and still have viable PvP options and can fend off pirates? Because Ravens cannot fend off pirates. The cruise DPS is pathetic, and the torpedoes don't hit fast-moving ships at all. So you're basically sitting duck in a Raven, and you can't really defend yourself. So here's when I got to Typhoon. Why Typhoon? Because actually it has the same characteristics as a Raven. It has a bonus to damage for missiles. Cruise Raven has a range bonus also, but the range doesn't matter because it's like between 100 km and 250. You really don't need that for missions. Second, it has 5 missile slots, so it has one missile less than a Raven has. Supposedly it's a little bit weaker in that regard, but because of an insane drone bay, it actually can surpass Raven in DPS, and it has 3 high utility slots, which you can use to get more drone range, or you can use it to put some more short distance fighting power, like autocannons that are good for taking out battleships up close. And so I started thinking about it a lot. Typhoon is actually even easier to permatank with 2 large armor repairers. And it has better EM and thermal resists, so its effective tank is almost 30% better than that of Raven, and it's easier to get into. It's a cheaper battleship. It costs only 60 million, while Raven costs 90. And you can keep upgrading it quite a bit. So it actually, on the fully upgraded version, it rivals some of the best mission runners out there. And I was surprised at the stats, and the reason why I didn't look at it before, because Typhoon is considered a sucky, stupid ship by pretty much everybody. But I've learned to appreciate it with time, because with its really strange bonuses, it's actually quite versatile. And if you configure it pure cruise missile, it's just as good as Raven, better in tank, and potentially better in DPS. So I'm going to advise, I'm thinking, we're discussing this on the forums, I'm thinking of advising all the new players to go Kestrel, Caracal, Drake, Typhoon for level 4 missions. You're going to be stuck in level 2 and 3 missions for a while anyway, so it's not a big deal to retrain into another race. And the Minmatar ships are much, much better for PvP, hands down, especially for the stuff we have to deal with. The nice thing about the Typhoon is you can refit it with guns quite easily, again with minimal retraining. And also, because of its configuration, Typhoons almost always carry heavy energy neutralizers, which you guys know I love because they own pirates. Speed ships no longer matter when you can energy neutralize them because they slow down immediately to like 1/8 of their potential speed. So the more I thought about it, the more excited I got about it. And so I'm just making this broadcast just to put it out there and to explain with my own words so you guys see. I'm looking at the posts that people are making against the Typhoon. Some of them are good considerations, like the cross-training you have to do to utilize the guns and the drones. Don't worry about it. You don't need the guns or the drones to make the fit work. You actually can just fly fine with it just with medium drones and cruise missiles. But you can add more to it as you go, as compared to other possibilities where they're just dead end. So the 10 minutes for this broadcast, video cast, are about to run out. Thanks, guys, for your attention. Let's continue the conversation on the forums. I'm just putting this kind of more as a primer. Welcome to all the new guys to the Corp. We're gonna have a lot of fun here. So gear up, train hard, and stay together. All right, guys. Peace out. I'll be in touch. Bye bye.